Oh, hello everyone. It's Susie, Crypto Granny here. Hope you're all well, looking after yourself, being kind to yourself, your family, your beautiful children, your beautiful animals, and being kind to people in the world and other animals and the environment and just humanity. I hope you're all well. So let's talk about cryptocurrency news. So much going on. So exciting. Really, it is so exciting. I think we're living an incredible period of time where systems are changing globally and things are changing so quick with AI and everything else. It's just mind-boggling. But anyway, let's get on with Litecoin Watch and let's look at the data today, the stats, and let's see what we can glean from this. And there's a lot of interesting information, even in just looking at Litecoin Watch. You can really tell a lot of stuff by looking at this. So, this annoys me, that thing. So we get a market cap, it's 31.6 trillion, very cheap at the moment. Volume is 124 bill and liquidity is still excellent, even though there's been selling of 9.17 bill. In the worst downfall, we see liquidity, around 1.5 bill. So it's excellent. Bitcoin dominance is too high. It's a 60.64. It is getting to an extremity. It's about time the alts started performing, and they will. XRP dominance will continue to go lower. It doesn't have the fees or the revenue to generate where the valuation is at the moment. This will go lower from 4.25%. Ethereum will go lower as well. Tron is going up and it will go higher. Link will go up eventually. So will Solana, and so will Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin at the moment is 90, excuse me, 96,779. Ethereum is 2,707, being sold around 3,000. XRP looks quite vulnerable here. There's a big gap on the charts. I'll show you this in the presentation. But from here, it could really go down to 168 very, very fast. So I'm telling any of you clients that hold XRP, it is a sell right here, right now. Do not stuff around. If you've got more than 20% of your portfolio in XRP, whether you like it or not, looking at the technicals and looking at the fundamentals, this is a massive sell. Take your money and run if you've made profit. Take your money and run. Okay, and that includes you, Crypto Ninja, okay, and a few other people that I have as clients. Solano 190 looks very cheap, under 200 bucks, extremely. Binance looks even cheaper at 575. Dodge 0.248 will go up just because of Musk and the Dodge Department of Government Efficiency. ADA is over bought and too expensive, doesn't have any clients. Big sell. Tron is going to go through the roof. They're keeping it down, but it's going to go through the roof. And so is Link. Link is incredibly cheap at 1863. AVEX very cheap at 224.88. This is useful. I mean, if you've got money, this is a great time to buy. Stella, a copy of XRP. Come on, how many clients do they have? Not many. Okay, big sell. HBAR, has held its level where we bought. I think that's going to bounce pretty fast. Litecoin's done very well. We may pick up some Litecoin. DOT doesn't look very good. We don't have a lot of DOT at $4.58.3. And BCH is very cheap, and so is Pepe under, 5 zeros and a 1. It's very, very obvious. So grab yourself a cup of coffee, or wherever you are in the world, grab yourself a drink or whatever, and then we'll cover some of the main cryptocurrency news stories. And, I'm still mega bullish. The Fed hasn't started easing yet. China can come out any day and say, yes, 1.4 billion of people can buy crypto, okay? I mean, there's changes that are happening so quick. Plus the US federal government system is pro crypto. It's as simple as that. You don't need to be a brain scientist to work out where this market is going to go. And if it's not around 5 or 8 trillion by the end of the year, the end of this year, 2025, I'll be very, very surprised indeed. So here's my video, and this is some of the main themes I want to bring out to your attention. DeepSeek, it wouldn't surprise me if the US bans it. They're talking about TikTok bans and DeepSeek, because it's Chinese owned. We don't know where the data is going. And obviously the Chinese will be sourcing all this data from the rest of the world, right? They will stop this in the US. I do believe that, and they'll stop it very, very quickly because it's a government security problem, as basic as that. Now, the Bank of England did cut rates today, and they were wise to do that. Things in England are terrible. Cost of living is through the roof, blah, blah, blah. And it went from 475 to 450. It was pretty much unanimous, okay? 8 to 3. We do see that US jobless claims are still high. They're rising. I don't believe any of these figures. I think unemployment is huge in the US. And you can see that now with the government offering packages, to people that work for the public service in the US, the government departments, will take 8 months, and they will. Already 20,000 people have applied for that. And that's to do with Dodge, okay, with Elon Musk, very clearly. I don't need to say any more about that. When we look at asset performance, gold is starting to go through the roof, not surprisingly. When you've got a lot of uncertainty in the world, people buy gold. And when you've got massive inflation, people buy gold. If we look at Bitcoin on 24-hour clock, got to 237. High was 99,164, anywhere near 100,000. They're selling it, but they're unwise to do that. This thing could move from this level, 97,000, to 115 very quickly. That was 24-hour clock, and the next one was the day before. And it's important because the day before, again, 105.520 is where they're selling. And again, it's trying to break down, but it's not going to do it. If you look at the volume has been huge. It's as simple as that. Standard Chartered is now calling Bitcoin price could reach 500,000 per unit. If you look at South Korea, where they love Bitcoin, it runs at a premium. This premium in Korea is getting higher and higher, okay? In other words, if you're going to buy Bitcoin in South Korea, you're going to pay 110,000 compared to the US exchange of 96,000 odd, right? Now, not many people can take advantage of that, but certainly big professional traders would be able to take advantage of this. And this is money for jam, people, seriously. And it's important. And I do watch this every day. If we look at the Bitcoin holdings here, MicroStrategy is right up there. It's called now the Bitcoin Development Company. And all these companies, Semler's in there. We hear them, Semler Scientific Group. They're all continuing to buy Bitcoin. Now the sovereign wealth funds are getting involved. Norway is already buying. They're talking about the Middle Eastern biggest sovereign wealth funds in the world buying, the Malaysian one, Tamasku. I mean, it's huge, right? And people will continue to buy Bitcoin that run cash surpluses, corporate treasuries, or whatever it might be. It's a no-brainer. Plus the ETFs that are coming in, billions and billions of dollars. Billions of dollars is being taken out of the market in terms of Bitcoin, right? And you don't need to be a rocket scientist to work out where Bitcoin's going. Now, this is news from most of the world, and it was yesterday. So I've had a lot of trouble downloading chart information with my new, video maker, but not to worry. So, this is the thing about Gaza. Mr. Trump wants to now take over Gaza, which is interesting. He also wants to buy Greenland. He wants to call the Panama Canal the US Canal, I don't know, US Canal or whatever. Many people think he's a bit silly about the Gaza thing and certainly Greenland and everything else. But look, crazier things are happening in this world, people, seriously, than this story, okay? So yeah, it's a big story, this one about the Palestinians in Gaza. The Russians are, using Bitcoin to get outside of the US laws and regulations in terms of bank accounts and that sort of thing. They want to digitalize. It's all happening, right? It's all happening. It's like an Australian dollar. Oh, yeah, it was. Cool. Okay, so, still war going on in Ukraine 3 years later. Hopefully that'll stop soon. But, life is very precarious in some places, right? So, yeah, interesting. What else we got here? So, we do see that Solana is still very cheap compared to Ethereum. and certainly very cheap in terms of its client base. Solana has a lot of clients, a lot of revenue, right? And, many forecasters now are saying that Solana should be, higher than Ethereum. And I believe that. And so is Link, okay? They're my favorites. Link particularly is one of my favorites. And I do believe with the fees and the clients that Link's putting on, they're going to be more profitable than anyone. And Tron and Binance, and the list goes on, as you know. We've seen these revenue figures, they're astronomical, right? In favor of other blockchains compared to Ethereum. Now, Meme, FeB coin, I believe is going to go very high this year. It's, taken out a lot of leverage, and there's been a lot of big players buy FeB, and they will hold FeB, and anything under 5 digits and 1 is a gift. Now, Crow is doing a lot of things. They intend to expand strategically in Europe and everywhere. They've got a lot of money market licenses. They're accelerating their exchange as well as their systems. They have about 150 million clients at the moment. Again, they're doing Ethereum virtual machine integration with other blockchains to offer more services to clients in terms of interoperability along different blockchains. They're looking to, integrate obviously with Ethereum, Solana, thanks to Layer Zero platform, but also, they're offering very lucrative remuneration for developers that come on to Crow because they're really looking at interoperability and AI together, which I think is very interesting. They're expanding in Europe and they're ready for MiCA as well. And they have suggested that Crow Exchange wants to bring out its own stable coin, which is in direct competition with Ripple, okay? So Ripple can, settle within 3 seconds cash, but a lot of these new networks and blockchains can actually do it a lot faster with more transactions. Ripple at best, from what I can see, can do 2,000 to 50,000 transactions per second. But even MasterCard and Visa can do those faster than that with their own systems, their old systems. But the new networks can do even more. Like, for example, Solana can do 120,000 transactions per second. And even when it's busy, it can keep that up. And Solana had a few teething problems with its network many years ago, but in the last year, they've had no teething problems with their network and their platform, the way it works. Problem is with XRP Ledger in the last 3 months, it's been down twice. And over the years, XRP has been around for at least 12 years. I've never heard such a thing, that they've been down twice within the space of 3 months. Whales are buying Link, and that's not surprising. If you're a smart, incredible whale that makes a lot of money, of course, you're going to buy Link. The president of the US is buying Link and Tron. That's where the money's going, okay? Charles Hoskinson and Cardano, I'm not a believer. I'm sorry to say that, Mr. Hoskinson. I don't believe in your coin, and I do believe it will underperform. It's too high at 72 cents, and it will underperform. We look at Link, the buying on Link is insane, and the volume, okay? Even between $25 and $29. It doesn't matter. I believe Link could go to the price of Ethereum very fast, okay? Ethereum's in demise, and Link is basically about to rocket up, okay? It is too cheap. It is an opportunity of a lifetime. Opportunity of a lifetime. Ethereum is facing a lot of challenges. They've got problems with the founders. They've got problems with the network. They've got problems with all sorts of things, right? People are losing faith in Ethereum. I certainly have a long time ago. And there's been lots of outflows as evidenced by the ETFs on the stock exchange. I mean, the BTC ETFs are killing it. And it won't be long before someone, if they're smart, will bring out a BCH ETF, which will propel BCH. We just have to be patient, everyone, okay? Just going to grab a glass of water, okay? This is very self-explanatory. Bear with me. And maybe I'll get a Coke. Bear with me. No, I'm talking to I'm doing a podcast. Okay. How long is the
Another half an hour, Ben.
did you get a Coke? Oh, you did.
Just waiting for something. What?
That's funny.
Multilingual Australian.
Oh, isn't that good, eh? Oh, multilingual. Yeah, I'm doing well in Dutch and German at the moment. And I love Russian too. Fascinating. Okay, I'm going to have a Coke now because I'm really thirsty and it helps me awake like a bit of coffee. Okay, so what else we got here?
Wait, do you have your microphone on? Or?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, I didn't realize we'll have to put that.
Okay, I'm not a believer in what this fellow says about Ethereum growing, but anyway, all the stats are telling me it's not growing at all. Plus, there's a lot of in-house developer fighting. And also, they've changed the gas limit to make it more expensive to do trades on Ethereum. Who's going to do that when every time you do a small transaction, it's going to cost you more than a bank? No one's going to do that. Also, it's not decentralized. The stakeholders, the two large ones, if one goes, they own 20% each of Ethereum. Ethereum could really drop fast. Just not a believer, people. Not a believer. XRP's got the same problem. A lot of whales in it, okay? I think a lot of people also are not feeling great about the young founder of Ethereum. And, you know, how would he know how to deal with big middle-aged egos? It'd be a shocker for this guy, right? You know, Vitalik Buterin. So, yeah, you got to think about those things. You know, now we look seriously behind who's operating the network. We don't want to fall into the FTX thing where we made a big mistake 5 years ago. Luckily, we didn't have a lot of money in it. We had $4,000 in it. They're looking to pay that out. I had $5,000 in it, including Bitcoin. And all of a sudden, my Bitcoin's gone, and now I only get 1,400, which I don't know how they worked that out. Because seriously, my Bitcoin went, which is really annoying, given that it's been an incredible performer. What else we got? Oh, yes, X, they want to become a cryptocurrency exchange. That's very obvious. Now they've got a partnership with Visa Direct. So watch out for what Mr. Musk is doing, because it's going to be a very, very big crypto exchange. And on X, if you pay a professional subscription, it's about $8 a month. You get access to Mr. Musk's, it's called Grok, Grok, and it's AI. It's amazing. And Mr. Musk, he's a genius. He developed that, right? And you can ask it any questions, and it doesn't cut you. Even if you ask politically incorrect questions, it'll still answer you. Whereas ChatGPT and Perplexity won't. Like if you answer to someone gay or something like this, ChatGPT won't release any information. Either will Perplexity, but certainly Grok will. So yeah, keep an eye on X. He's also doing an ICO for X, and I think he's charging per unit $5 or something. So the guy is monetizing what he paid for Twitter, and he's going to make a lot of money out of that. Also, he wants Twitter X to be the quickest news delivery system to traders out of all the markets, right? So therefore they're competing with people like Bloomberg, Reuters, CNN, you know, you name it, right? Mr. Musk knows exactly where he's going with this exchange. Plus, he's in the ear of the president. It's a no-brainer. Now, CME Group launched options on Bitcoin. That's great. Pending regulatory approval, that's going to create more liquidity in Bitcoin, okay, which is great for everyone. More liquidity, the cheaper the prices, more transparency, more decentralization. CBOE, which is in direct competition with CME, will do the same thing. They will launch very soon. They do have Bitcoin futures and this sort of thing, but they'll launch very soon, like a Solana ETF and many other things as well, in competition with CMM and the NASDAQ, clearly. So again, we've got amazing developments in crypto land with derivatives, okay, which help you manage risk and limit your risk if you use derivatives properly. Some of the graphics on this, pretty good, eh? Yeah. All right, so what else we got here? Never know what I put on this, actually, people, to be honest.
Careful that you.
No, it's all good.
What you're saying before you put it out there, baby.
Yeah, I know that. So yeah, all very good. But here we go. That was net fees of Ethereum and Tron. And look at Tron is right up here, right? But anyway, look, this is a bit of a garbage, podcast today. My teeth are still hurting me. Can't wear my mouthpiece. I have to go to Berlin next week to get what are they called, implants. So, if I'm a bit dopey next week, please forgive me. I'm scared of the dentist. Our generation are terrified. The first time I went to the dentist, I was 11. Never picked up a toothbrush in my life, and they pulled out 5 big molars, and I was in tears for days. So, yeah, I'm pretty scared of the dentist, but I'm going to Berlin, and that's probably the best dentist I could find. Anyway, look after yourselves, everyone. Please be well. Please look after your family and friends and animals and what's important in life. And I'll talk to you very, very soon. And thank you very much for listening to me and supporting me. Thank you.